so glad I'm closer to her today. I could just smack her around.
I know I moved a little bit closer so she could actually
So did I.
reach me.
That's just like me. They long to be close to you.
That's not where I thought that was going.
Okay, so hi. Welcome to Royally Unhinged. It's a podcast, and we are your co-hosts. I'm Pretty Princess Paula, and this is my co-host,
Tara B.
Yes, and together the two of us are Royally Unhinged. We're just two girly girls hanging out in our flowery shirts.
Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that.
Being our feminine selves today for you.
Oh my gosh, my eye's twitching right now.
Am I upsetting you with this intro?
No.
Okay, hi. Welcome to I gotta take these off. You know, every time I put on these glasses and I see them in photos, I can't stand them. I've gone back to the eye place twice to get different glasses. Everybody likes them, and I think they make me look so old.
Because I've actually been looking at getting clear frame glasses.
Every time I go back to the glasses place, oh, those look cute on you.
See, I want to get clear. I'm supposed to be wearing glasses. Oh, I can't look out of your prescription though.
I know.
I'm supposed to be wearing glasses, but I don't.
Beginning of the new year, when I get new benefits, bennies, I'm going to go get a different pair of glasses that aren't clear, but everyone's always like, so cute. Anywho, welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast where we talk all things networking, marketing, and glasses. Wizardry. We're so glad you're here today. And so yeah, if this is your first time, if you just found us, welcome. Come on in. The water is warm and you're going to have a grand old time. So we talk about all the things. Sometimes we just talk about things that aren't even on topic because that's how it goes. The coffee and Monster have kicked in and away we go. Feel free to
like and subscribe.
Yeah. Because every Wednesday there's a new episode that comes out and we just figured out. By this time this one comes out, we're at like episode 40 almost.
Probably, yeah.
Look at us go. Almost a year's worth of fabulousness.
Oh, we have to have, maybe that's when we go do the tattoo thing.
We'll get tattoos.
1 year from
if you heard our last episode, you know what we're talking about. But yeah, we've been here for a year. So if you just found us, go get caught up on all those episodes. Just a wee bit of listening.
Just binge watch.
Put them on 2, 1.5 or 2, and you just hear us really fast. Okay, if you want to sponsor our podcast, tell them how, Tara.
You may sponsor by going to royallyunhinged.com and filling out that wonderful little contact form at the bottom. Just a bloop, 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 bloop. And then submit it, and we will contact you with our sponsorship packages because we have a lot of different, like if you have
options.
If you have a price point, if you need an option, we have an option for you.
We certainly do.
And we can even come on location and talk about something related to your business, and just be in your space.
Yippers.
Instead of our space.
And if you are a fabulous fan of ours and you want to be representing when you're out and about, we now have a merch store. Mm-hmm.
You betcha.
We have a merch store. You can be repping merch. Not flowers, but actual merch. Merch. So go to our website and there's a tab there for the merch store. Hopefully by now it's up.
I think it would be up by now.
Buying all the things. Hey, Christmas is coming. It would make a great Christmas present for someone you love.
It really would.
Unless you're listening to this in May of 2026, but you can still plan early and buy a Christmas present.
And probably at that point, there's going to be
new
next
merch.
Season.
We'll be in season 3. So we're in season 2 right now. We're in a new era. Yeah. Okay, so on today's, we're kind of going in a different direction with today's podcast topic.
Might get heated.
What? Heated? Because it's kind of cold in the studio. I think we're being a girl in the world of business. That's the title I'm going to give it.
Being a girl in the world of business.
Being a girl in the world of business. Now, if you are not a girl, and you're listening to this right now, if you don't identify as a girl, stick around because you need this knowledge. If you want to be a really good girl boss, like not the boss of a girl, if you want to be a man,
if you just want to be
who wants to be a really good boss, who has women,
if you just want to be a good human,
okay, there's that.
Just watch this episode.
Just listen along because there's going to be nuggets that you need to take notes and go, oh, yes, okay, good to know.
I think so.
So if we go way back to the beginning of 2025, and there was a really big thing on ye old internet. There was the whole man versus bear.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole premise behind this was, as a woman, would you rather, if you were out, like in the wild, outside, anywhere in the world, would you rather encounter a man or a bear? And as a whole, women were saying, bear, I would rather come across a bear than a man. And men were so offended. They were like, what? How can that be? And it's true. Because there have been instances out in the wild where some men, do dumb things. Now, we're not just talking the extreme, like...
I feel like you're trying to tiptoe around this so much right now.
Well, no. Well, I'm just trying to... We know what's going through my mind is I wouldn't want any man to be like, that's not me, I don't do that. But hold on. Because you do. So I'm not talking about the extreme, violent, terrible things that happen to women.
Yes.
You know, I have the conversation often with my husband. I'm like, when you walk around, are you worried? Are you scared all the time? And he goes, what are you talking about? And I was like, there it is. As a woman who travels now, and I travel by myself, like I literally just had a conversation with my father last week where I was telling him about a trip that was coming up where I'm traveling. And he's like, do you go by yourself? Yep. Do you take something with you? I was like, you mean like a weapon? Like a gun? Like a handgun?
You
and he was
can't
like,
bring that with you when you're traveling.
Yeah, I know. And I was like, well, I can get some mace or pepper spray. Yeah, that'd be good. Do you have anything with you? He would never tell my husband this.
No.
But as a woman, I actually do have things I take with me when I travel for protection to like wedge under my hotel door, to like alarms and different things to secure myself. Because as a woman, I need to think about that.
Yep.
As a woman, there's always guys trying to pick you up, hit on you, follow you, watch you. It happens a lot.
It does.
And it's not something guys have experience. Okay, and again, if you're a man out there and you're like, you are the exception. And so the whole thing behind man versus bear was we would rather encounter a bear because at least you know how to handle it. Like, you know what you're going to get from a bear. And then
there's more to anticipate with coming out of a bear than there is just coming out of a random man that you've never met before. Like, there's more instinct to just run away, make yourself big or like something, or just take out your pepper spray. But to your point, like same when I have a couple clients that I travel with. And when I do, like, I remember the first time I think I did, it was my first time ever getting an Uber. And
I got a fun fact about that. Sorry, that was violent. Paula's already hitting Tara. We're only a couple minutes in. So if you're listening right now, that's what's happening.
But it was, I was talking on the phone with somebody. I don't know if it was my mother or I was talking on the phone with somebody. And I was just like, okay, it's my first time getting an Uber. Like, I'm just going to tell you, like, here's the person's name. Like, here's this. Like, I'm going to be in the car with them for 30 minutes. So, if anything happens to me, here's this picture. Like, I took a screenshot of it. No.
Fun update with this. Super
important.
I know.
It has you can share the thing on
even
there.
Better. And this is from 2 weeks ago when I went to Denver. As a woman, you can request a female driver now.
Really?
So on the app, when I went to get an Uber to the airport, it was like female driver and I clicked it and I had to verify that I was a female and I could request a female driver. And I was like, well done, Uber.
Good. Yeah.
Because I felt so safe. And so of course you can share your trip. So I always share my trip with Matt, but there's also another button now when you're in the app and it says, do you want to record the ride for safety? And it will audio record the entire trip.
Actually, I think I saw that last time.
So I love all of these options. So that, because true, you're getting into a stranger's car. They could take you anywhere into the woods and there you go, you're gone.
Well, and still, even if you're a female, I mean, it could also happen.
True.
But.
Okay, so I love that. First.
It's just, but yeah, I mean, it's doing the things that I think a lot of guys don't ever think about that need to happen, or even if feel like you're just out and about.
As a woman in business, we're going to places on our own. You're going to an event, you're going to a networking meeting, you're traveling. And when we're traveling on our own, it just looks different.
It looks different. And even I have a event that I'm going to be going to beginning of November.
Everything she says today is a question. My mother? Like, where I don't know.
I don't have
what's
my
going
calendar.
on with you?
I have to have it on my calendar to remember exactly when it's happening.
Do you remember?
We sing that song almost every single episode. But I have an event and it's going to be hosted down in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I don't like going to the city ever.
Girl,
like
I go all the time now.
Just St. Paul, Minneapolis.
Yep.
Like unless I have somebody with me, I feel very
walk tall, walk
uncomfortable.
proud. That's what I always walk no matter where I am. I walk like I know where I'm going and I'm totally confident.
Well, and I hear, okay, I'm going to go a little crazy here. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm a bigger girl.
Okay.
I'm a tall girl. So I think in respect to that,
Yeah.
I can look very intimidating.
Lovely.
When I am walking down. So, but looking at the other side, because I have a client that I do travel with, and this last time that we went to Minneapolis, oh gosh, it was like several months ago or something. It's like the very petite dainty versus the very big and powerful looking ones, like such different, like,
I don't know what she's saying. That's okay. So when you're walking, are you saying that if you are a small, more petite, taking up less space person, what are you saying?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, moving
Let's
along.
just forget that thought. I don't even know where
it
I'm
might
going.
come back, so we'll just wait for
like,
it.
I feel like I'm the bear normally when I'm like out and about. Like,
yeah, no.
Like I'm...
I hear what you're saying, but you're not.
Okay.
I'm hereby declaring.
I'm not a bear.
No.
But I am. Tara Beyer. Everyone pronounces my last name Bear.
Bear. Okay, here's the next thing. So, living life as a woman in the business world.
The business.
And I have this next conversation with my husband on repeat. Because my husband is a man. And it looks different. When he goes out into the world and he goes to a meeting or does whatever he does, his experience is different. And I've had this conversation with many women who concur. It can be really hard as a professional woman in corporate America or corporate Canada or wherever you are, when you walk into a room full of men, because the truth is there's still a lot of experiences where women don't fill a lot of spaces, a lot of positions. Mm-hmm. So we find ourselves going to a meeting or going to a place where I'm the only woman in the room.
Yeah.
And it's a room full of men.
You were just on a panel that it was all men there.
Good gravy. I was the only woman, so you know what I did? I got there first, and I put myself right in the middle. It was a whole row of seats, and I was like, I'm going right in the middle. I'm going to be the center and take up my spot.
I love that so much.
I'm just like, because here's the deal. Guys, if you're watching, listening, we love you. We need you. We need you. But there are times where it's sometimes just a wee bit too much testosterone and there's too much posturing. And I have found that I will show up at a meeting or a place and it's all the guys being guys. And I show up and heaven help you if you call me sweetie or honey, because I might throat punch you. And it's this whole thing of as a woman having to hold space. It seems I have had instances to this day still where I will show up somewhere and it's a bunch of guys and I'm the only girl. And I'm like, oh, are we kind of having a... Okay, I always want to make sure I don't say things that have to get bleeped. Have we ever bleeped in our podcast? But
not yet.
I know. I'm like, are we having a peeing contest here? Like where I kind of want to say, hold my beer while I prove myself. Like, do we have to all, you know... okay, I'm trying to keep this PG or keep it clean.
This one maybe is not going to be a PG one. I don't know.
But as a woman, we show up into these spaces and we're capable, and we're knowledgeable, and we're equal, if not smarter and better than the other people in the room, the other guys. But yet, men, you just need to be aware. You need to be aware of how you come across and sometimes how you are. And there can be a lot of posturing and positioning amongst men, right? Like who's the bigger, better, badder guy. And then we come in as women and we have to enter that, which for me, this girl's got enough energy that I'm like, oh, is that what we're doing right now? Is this a contest? Hold my beer while I prove myself to you. But not all women are like that.
See, I think I start acting a lot more not myself, and I start being a lot more masculine.
Yeah, aggressive.
Yes.
And hard.
Just because I am in that room, so I am feeling a little bit intimidated because there are so many men in there.
Yes.
So I feel like I have to puff up.
Yes.
And be that bear.
Yes.
So it's like...
And it's exhausting. It can
really
be hard
is.
enough to go to these networking meetings or places with the energy it's going to take to show up, meet people, talk to strangers.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're showing up going, oh, now I have to kind of match the energy of these men or prove myself. And it's so, okay, which is why many female, women-only groups have started.
Yes.
Because when you go to a women's networking group, a women's organization, it's like we can just take a breath.
It's comfortable. It's like not... You don't need to put on a different persona. Like, you can just be you and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, do I need to protect myself? Is there somebody behind me? Do I need to... what was my other thing? I lost it.
Okay, but now I'm going to give myself pushback. Because sometimes with women, there's a different kind of energy in a room. Sometimes some women can be really competitive.
It can be. But it's finding the right one for you.
That supports you.
Yes.
Because sometimes you go to a women's group and it's equally like, well, I just saved all these orphans from a fire. Oh, well, I just started a new country. Oh, well, and it's like, oh my gosh, what is even going on here?
Okay. I literally just pictured, and I can't remember what show it is, or if it's a show or a movie. It might be a movie. I don't remember. But it's like back in that Mad Men era, where it's like, I don't know if I'm going to explain this one correctly, but it's like husband, wife, back in that age time, they moved into a new house. She's very homemaker. And she wears the frilly dresses and...
Like Stepford Wives type things.
Yeah. This is going to bother me that I can't remember what movie this is. But he like goes to work all day. He comes home. She has dinner ready for him. But they have a neighbor across the street that it's not like that. And she wears pants. And it's like difference between wearing a dress and wearing pants.
Yeah.
Like... And I even just, because we have, it's going to already have happened by the time this episode airs. But normally for like our galas, I typically wear dresses to galas because that's just what you do. Like, you dress up fancy, like it's a night on a town, like it's very whatever. But this year, especially with the theme that the gala is, I'm like, I'm going to wear a pantsuit.
Say it isn't so.
I'm wearing a pantsuit.
Look
and
at
that's
you.
very out of character for me. Because I feel like I am trying to hold space in a room. So I try and I don't try. It just ends up happening that way. But I normally dress a little bit less feminine when I'm out there.
Interesting.
And it's not like, which is really funny because I'm a natural romantic. Like, that's my season, or that's my style. So like, and especially like last year at the Women in Business Summit, like I had a black blazer. I had, I think just black pants on. I had just flats on or something. Like, it was a lot more of a masculine take than like more of like, this seems pretty feminine to me.
Yeah.
But I think when I go out to these networking things, like, I'm not just putting something on that I want to wear, like, it's my clothes, so I want to wear it, but I'm trying to, okay, what type of meeting am I going to? How do I want to position myself in that? Like, how do I want to come across to people in this room?
This is so good, Tara. Do you think men ever think that?
No.
I mean,
Never.
this is just
they might.
And if you do, please comment or let us know, because what we're tapping into right now is being a woman, a professional woman. The things that we have to think about and worry about and give energy to is different than men.
Yes.
So already we just talked about safety when you're out and about. something most men probably never think about. Like from time to time, they might be like, is that guy following me? Or is this a back alley I want to go on? Otherwise, they're never thinking about it. As women, everywhere we go, we're thinking about it. Someone following me.
And we're never going in a back alley.
Ever. I now have to get mace or pepper spray for when I travel since I can't carry a handgun.
Oh, you could do the equal. Well, that might be seen.
Okay, so that's safety.
Weapon.
So we have to worry about safety. Then we're worrying about how we come across. So coming into meetings, networking meetings, all the various things it's kind of like, are we strong enough? Are we confident enough? Can we hold our own in a room full of men? And it takes a lot of energy. It can be very exhausting. So that's on top of, just showing up, whether you're an introvert, extrovert, if you have to present, whatever is going on. It's like holding your own, talking to men so that you're seen as an equal. Now we're talking about what we wear. And let me tell you, as a woman in the professional world, it's like, do I wear business suits? Is that too harsh? Do I wear a skirt? Do I wear something more flowy? Oh.
I'm being poked right now.
The whole thing this year as well. Last year on TikTok, where it was like the scantily dressed gal at work is called
slut?
No. And there goes this whole episode. Oh my gosh. There was a whole thing going around and some of you are listening or watching right now and you're yelling at your phone because you know. Okay, I'm going to have to research this while we go on. No. It's the girl that shows up at work there was a whole thing about what is okay and not okay to wear in corporate America. And when you're not, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to look it up really fast. Because when you're not wearing something appropriate, there was a term given to it. And kind of like if you're the person in your workplace that is the blah, 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 fill in the blank, which I'll look up really quick. And it's a whole thing. And I know this as well, because when I do my how to go viral at work keynote, this is part of what I talk about. What is professional? What does your workplace expect? Knowing what your workplace expects for attire and making sure that you're in line with what your workplace expects. And the importance of that.
I just laugh because I've at a previous job, which we had like our employee handbook and stuff. So it goes over like what is appropriate, what's not appropriate to wear, like business casual sort of thing. There was one time that there was an individual that worked there that showed up in pajamas.
Yeah, right.
Dead serious. No joke. No cap. My oldest just said that yesterday to me for the first time. Garrett was sitting right there and she's like, yeah, that's so cap. She said so cap. And then Garrett's like, what? And I was like, oh my gosh, she did not just say that. And he's like, didn't she say it wrong? Because isn't it no cap? And I was like, no, she's saying that it is, it is fake. It is unreal. So it's not no cap. Anyways, my oldest will be turning 9 here soon. So
the office siren, was that it?
Office siren?
That
could actually, I could see that.
It's going to drive me. I think it is. It's like it was like a whole thing. Shoot, I'm going to have to look it up. But to your point, now when you're thinking like, what do I want to wear when I go out? Because as a woman, okay, so guys, they're wearing like polo shirts and pants, or they're just wearing a suit. A suit is their standard thing. But for women, we have like the blouses or the pants or the dresses or the skirt.
Like we have suits, but it's so much more.
Oh my gosh, we could just do a whole thing on this. So I know a couple women that are in corporate America and they've kind of created a capsule, a uniform, if you will, where they've picked a color and they have a couple of things that they just interchange and they've created like a uniform. I had a conversation a week before, with a gal, same thing. She's created like a uniform where she always wears like, let's say, navy pants. So she has a couple of different kind of navy pants and a certain type of top because our brains are spending so much energy, wasted energy and time. Oh,
I'm being
Barack Obama did this. That's what it was. I saw a video where it was Barack Obama, one of the presidents, and he just bought like 12 of the same suit because he was like, I'm not going to waste my mental energy and my mental capital on what to wear because that's stupid. So we just bought like a whole bunch of the same suit. So it's like, that's taken care of. So I can be using my mental energy. So as women, like I cannot tell you how much time I'm traveling this week already. The amount of time that I've spent going, what am I going to wear? Well, I can't wear the same thing. Why? Why?
The same
Why?
amount of time that I literally put into what am I wearing at the summit? What am I wearing at the gala? Because, hey, I'm stepping into chair this year for the chamber.
But why?
So I have to get up in front of everybody. It's
Tara,
not just me attending. Like, I have to hold the room in front of people now.
But we spend so much time and energy, and I do a lot of like, I can't wear the same thing. I can't wear the same thing. Yeah, I can. Every event I'm doing this week is in a different location. I could wear the same outfit, but then I'm like, well, people are going to see photos and see that I'm wearing the same outfit in all these photos. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Have you noticed the reason why there's that one specific red lacy shirt that I typically wear?
Yep.
I use it I took a couple pictures.
Yeah,
of
in your
it that I
branding.
use. Have you seen me wear it recently?
No.
Because I felt like I was wearing it too much.
That's like my pink shirt with the rosebuds.
I know.
I love it.
I know. I love that shirt very much.
But then I'm like, am I wearing... Okay.
I feel like I'm wearing it too much and people don't think I'm washing
But what
my
about
clothes.
the flip?
Well, I am.
What about the flip side though, where we want to kind of have a brand and be known for something? So if you're wearing that and that's one of your brand colors, then isn't it a good thing to kind of be in the same outfit? Because then you become recognizable for being wearing the same...
But then I always think, because I'm seeing people like chamber stuff. There's certain weeks that I see chamber people like multiple times that week. Well, if I'm wearing that same shirt.
Okay, do you do that to anybody else? Is there anybody else you look at and go, weren't you wearing that shirt earlier this week?
I don't think so.
So then why do we think people are doing that to us?
I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
It is.
Okay, does anybody out there, if you're watching or listening, I want to know, do you struggle with this or just me and Tara the weirdos over here? But
like,
if you
same
look
thing
at
with my hair, like I don't ever change my hair. Well, now I changed my part to the other side, but I always do my hair pretty much the same way.
That's why I bought a beach wave.
Which it's really funny because my hair is naturally curly. I have naturally curly hair. This is not natural curl. This is heat iron thing curl, whatever. So, which some people might actually remember because I did wear my hair natural for a few years or like 2 years or something.
Yes, I remember that.
But a lot of that, people don't see curly hair as professional either. I know a lot of women that go through that, and that's normally why they always have it straight, or it's in a soft curl. It's never tight
She says
curl.
that while I'm sitting here with my hair all beach waved.
No, see, I love, but that's part of how you always wear your hair. Like, that's how you always wear your hair.
Okay, again, the fact that we're having this conversation
is stupid.
Do men sit
Do we
around
need-
going, I don't know if my beard, I don't know if my beard is too long or if I need to shorten my beard.
My husband does that, but he normally lets it grow and he's like, it's too unmanageable. I need to trim it.
Being a woman in corporate America, there's all these extra things that we have to think
makeup.
about. Oh my gosh. Do you go natural? Do you not? Okay. Ugh. So it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? I was talking to Matt and we were looking at TikTok and he was like watching over my shoulder. We were looking at TikTok together and I was like, watch what's on my feed. I said, let's look at what it's like being a woman. Mm-hmm. And as we start going, I'm like, oh, here is a video telling me that I need to fix my neck because my neck is too wrinkly. Oh, here's one telling me what makeup I should buy. Next one. Here's one telling me how to dress because I'm over 50 and I'm not stylish enough. Here's it. And literally there was 6 videos in a row, all pointing out how I'm less than. I need to fix something about myself. And I was like, what's your feed like, honey? Is your feed telling you how you're less than, not pretty, not good, not stylish?
You know, it's really funny that you say that because I see a lot of ads that are catered to something more on the feminine side that is on, it's the exact same that you were just saying. So when I'm on my feed, I see stuff for tights or I see stuff for some clothing item or I see stuff for get your hair this certain way or something like that. But then I'm thinking about like, okay, when hubby's watching, scrolling or doing whatever, like what normally falls on his feed? And it's always something that's very funny. Mm-hmm. It's just like a comedian or something.
But I'd like to know what the
political.
buying. But if he's being prompted to buy, okay, if you're a guy watching
that I
this
don't
right
know.
now,
Now I'm gonna go see what
please
shows
do.
up.
I'd be interested to know if you're a man watching, listening, and you're out in the world as a man. Just know that the women in your life, the women on your team, the women in your workplace are constantly being bombarded by this. Constantly being bombarded. So just know that a lot of their mental space is being taken up with these things. I want to jump back just for a second because we mentioned women only networking groups, women only organizations. So the one nice thing about those is it can give you a place just to catch your breath. You're not competing with some of the male and the
Not have to
testosterone.
prove that I'm better than a man.
But I have some friends that refuse to join women only groups because they think they're dumb and they don't like them.
Do they think they're dumb because it seems like they're too feminine?
Which can occur sometimes.
It can. I've attended a few, and I'm not a fan of them.
And I think it's A, finding the balance, but B, this is why I always tell people when it comes to networking, go check out the group and try it on. And if it's not for you, if it's not your people, you don't have to keep going.
Yeah, just find another group.
Because if you go to a women's group and it's like, we're all going to wear aprons and...
Sorry, that's not
okay,
me
but
at all.
That's not you. But for some people, they might be like, oh,
it might be,
you know, the whole.
It might be exactly what they're looking for. I don't know. For me personally, I'm a tomboy. I'm not very feminine.
She's a lady.
I'm a lady.
Whoa,
sometimes.
Whoa, she's a lady.
But so with like those overly feminine groups, like overly feminine things just aren't me. So actually, did you know, you probably don't know this, a couple years ago, I always got eyelash extensions because I felt like I looked too manly, I looked too masculine.
Oh.
So I got eyelash extensions and I had them for years, and you have to maintain them. Like you have to go in every 2 weeks to get them filled again. And if you miss it, then they just like, it starts looking like gaps in between the eyelashes and stuff, and it was a lot of work and it was a lot of money, but I did it because I felt more feminine, because I tend to be a little bit more like masculine in some instances, a lot more tomboyish. So, and then I think it was after my youngest was born, I was just like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm out. Like, I'm just...
Because it's exhausting.
Well,
it's expensive.
exhausting, but I'm also in a different time of my life now. Like...
Different era.
I'm in a different era. My season 2 era. That I'm just like, I don't need to do that. Like...
Okay.
Who am I trying to impress?
You know what's interesting? So the whole, like, Pamela Anderson thing right now.
Oh! Freaking love it.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I love it.
I think weird. It's good and it's great, but yeah, it's sometimes looking at her,
we know her as a certain brand, and now she's not that brand. She's trying to get into a new era, a new brand of herself, and people are not accepting it. And I think we see that a lot with celebrities in general, that they try and shift. We talked about this with Taylor Swift too. Like, she's always been a certain brand. She's always been for young teens, essentially. That's always what her music's been, and now she's in a new era of her life, so she's switching who she's targeting with her music.
My friend who's a huge Taylor Swift fan, she was like, but Paula, I started listening to her when I was younger, and now she's in her 30s, so she's like, she
just followed with me. That's like, I didn't like super follow her when I mean, there were songs that I would listen to, but same, and she's roughly about the same age as me, so now that we're both in our 30s, she's in a new era. I'm in a new, like, it's just like, and it all goes back to science, because I learned about this in our, the thing that you do before you get married with like your
premarital
counseling. Thank you. That I learned during that every 7 years, and I think I've mentioned this before too, every 7 years, you adopt like a new self, a new persona, like a new personality.
That's where we get the 7-year itch from.
Yeah.
In marriage.
So it's like every 7 years, like you're changing your personality. So you have to relearn that person that you're with because they change, and like you're going through it together. But like, I'm going to say this, and my parents are going to be like, that's weird, Tara. And my hubby's going to be, well, he's not going to listen to this, so he's not going to know. But we were just like sitting on the couch the other night. The girls just went to bed. We were just sitting there and we were just like hanging out. And I just looked at him. I was kind of snuggling with him. Sorry, that might be TMI for you people. But we're just
get to the point.
We're just laying nice and dry. And I just looked at him and I was just like, you just make me so happy.
Oh, that's a good point.
And it was just like, I'm at such like a
I love
good
that.
place, like mentally. And like, so then you take stuff like that. And my husband is amazing. And again, he's not going to ever listen to this, so he's not going to know how much I'm praising him right now.
all know.
But he has been so supportive of me being boss lady and like just keep on adding things to my plate and like doing, like I have a hard time saying no. But he just like keeps adding it. And I always like, you know, as women, we always say like, oh, I birthed your children and all that stuff. He's like, no, you totally did. I could never go through that amount of pain. I would die. Like he like...
yes.
I
Our
get so
human
much praise from that man.
would cease to exist.
And it's just, it's like, it's so interesting because you're in a realm like at home or you're with like your spouse or whoever. And it's like, you get so much support, but like, why, like I'm really good, or I'm in a really good mental space. Like right now, like I'm really busy. Like life is good. Kids are healthy, family, like everything is good. But why do I feel the need that I need to change myself when I'm
Pressures.
not?
It's those,
and it's a different environment, so it's like
that we have to show up. There's an expectation of how we show up.
yeah.
That when we go out there, kind of how we look, how we need to be, how we need to.
No, if we don't have any makeup on, we're not putting enough effort in.
And
if
it's
we
such
show up
an
and our hair's in a
interesting-
bun, it's no effort.
Yeah.
You don't care.
Like, yeah, these expectations, and I don't think men are the same way. Like guys can kind of just show up a certain way and still be seen as professional. But yeah, if we showed up not put together, we might look a little less than. I don't know. I really want to know if you're listening or watching, if you totally agree, if you think this is off, if you're like, well, I don't experience that. That's not my experience. I would love to know that. For me as a speaker, because I'm always in front of people. Oh, I'm so glad I'm closer to her today. I could just smack her around.
I know I moved a little bit closer so she could actually
So did I.
reach me.
That's just like me. They long to be close to you.
That's not where I thought that was going.
Okay, so by the time this airs, this will be a moot point. But when I go to speak this week, one of the conferences I'm speaking at, they reached out to me because they have hired a professional makeup artist. And they're like, since you're going to be on the main stage, Paula, if you would like, you can have some time with our professional makeup artist. I was like, heck yeah, sign me up.
Less time for me to put stuff on.
As we're talking about this, the fact that there's a professional makeup artist booked for the people that are speaking, it just kind of goes to show the whole of how we show up, that it matters how we look and what we wear. And
so I want to bring up this one song, which I actually had Paula pull up the lyrics to because I didn't want to mess it up. But there's a song from a Disney movie way back in the day. Well, I guess it's not
right.
that far
Are these the right
long.
words?
Yeah, that's right.
No,
that's right. Yeah, that's wrong. That's right. I don't know why it says Harry Potter. You're a spineless, pale, pathetic lot, and you had... Yeah, that's right. So there's a song from Mulan that came out, and it's called Be a Man, and it talks about let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. They get did they send the daughters when I asked for sons? And like, if you don't know the movie Mulan, which I'm assuming probably all of us do, but Mulan, she is only child, she's a daughter. Her dad is supposed to go and fight a war, but her dad can't, like he's injured from previous wars or whatever like that, so she wants to take his spot. But in that time, if you were a female, you couldn't join. So anyways, that's the premise of the movie, essentially. And she goes. But part of this song is talking about, the main chorus is Be a Man. And I saw a video on this. I think it was on YouTube or something. There was some person talking... some influencer talking about this song, and that it's talking about, they're not actually talking about the men, they're talking about women. So when it says, be a man, we must be swift as a coursing river, that's talking about a woman. That's telling a woman that they have to be a man with the force of a great typhoon, be a man with all the strength of a raging fire, mysterious as the dark side of the moon. So it's saying women must be as swift as a coursing river, have the force of a great typhoon, strength of a raging fire, but still be mysterious. So it's like we have to do all these things to be in the man's element, to like. So I just wanted to, like, as soon as
There's
we're
still
like,
so much pressure on us as women to go and be a girl boss,
all that you
be
can
corporate,
be and do
look
this.
after the kids, plan all the things, but still be soft and feminine and available for your partner and all of the things. Like, there's a lot on our plates.
There's a lot on our plates. And I'm not saying, men, that you don't have a lot on your plate, because you do. It's just women's
We have
minds,
more. That's what it is.
women's minds just think differently, because there's a lot of extra stuff that ends up tending to be put on our plates.
Like fake eyelashes.
Like fake eyelashes. Why did I didn't.
I have to go get my eyebrows done again. Tattooed. I get them.
Do you really?
Yep. Right
There was
now they're not.
somebody else.
Yeah, I have to wait until after Santa season. I get them microbladed. So I get mine microbladed, but there's a 2-week recovery time where they kind of scab over. So I have to plan it just right when I can get it
you don't
done.
have anything going
Yeah,
on.
all these are the things we
I
think
just
about.
thought somebody
Yes.
that she just got her lips tattooed. Courtney just got her
Courtney.
lips tattooed.
Yes. I'm like, all these things that we do. Men, you're probably not thinking about these things at all.
But the fact that now she got her lips tattooed, now she doesn't have to worry about what shade of, like, anything. She doesn't have to, she can wear a lot more natural, but it's like sacrificing pain, because I'm sure it was painful as she was going
when I
through
get
and
my
doing
eyebrows
it.
microbladed, hurts like a bugger.
And I'm just like,
But it saves
just
me time.
doing the pain, going through the pain, just so we can put our time towards other things. It's just insane. So anyways,
We could sit here all day. There's so
really
much
could.
more. We didn't even really get much into the women's groups. But if you're looking for some networking groups or organizations, we would love to tell you about them, because we are both in a whole bunch of women's networking groups, women's organizations that are powerful, amazing, productive. You can learn from other women, hang out, maybe find your new best friend, maybe find your podcast co-host, your work bestie.
That's where we met.
So until that time, if you were listening to this while you were getting ready, putting your makeup on, or, I don't know, getting a tattoo, we love that. And we love you. We'd love you to keep listening, to like and subscribe, to buy some merch, get an RU tattoo.
Oh my gosh.
We need some fake tattoos. Some of those,
Temporary tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got main lines. Peach Monster. Straight in.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, so go like and subscribe. We would love it. I feel like there's so much more we could talk about this topic.
We might have to have a part 2.
I think we might need to have a part 2.
Make sure you find Dumbledore, Cindy. Somewhere around here.
I don't even know where.
Don't look!
I remember. But yeah, I think we're going to have a second episode on this, just to kind of dive in a little bit further, because stuff is always changing. But anyways, I am one of your podcast co-hosts, Dara B, with this one that's looking at me really weird,
Her fellow flower-wearing female, Princess P.
female, pretty Princess Paula.
Yes. Oh, no. Thank you for joining us today on Royally Unhinged. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us today
yes.
at this lovely hour of Royally Unhinged.
It was really nice.
It was so sweet for you to stop by. Thanks, sweetie.
We're wearing our sweaters because now it's sweater weather.
Sweater weather.
So we'll see you next time, friends.